Emma. Today I have a super exciting video. This is going to be a what is on my iPhone 7 video, as well as a comparison to my iPhone 6 and telling you guys all about the new features that come with the iPhone 7. So I'm going to start off by comparing the two. So as you can see, they are exactly the same size. You may be wondering if you can reuse your iPhone 6 cases on your iPhone 7, and although they are the same size, the iPhone 7 camera is bigger than the iPhone 6 camera, so the slot for the iPhone 6 camera will not fit the iPhone 7 camera, unfortunately. So another one of the noticeable differences, this one's a little bit more subtle, but the antenna lines on the back of the iPhone 6 are now gone on the iPhone 7. So as you can see, there's this line right beneath the camera and right beneath where it says iPhone, and they have gone ahead and removed those on the iPhone 7, and now they wrap around on the top of the iPhone 7 and on the bottom so that they're less noticeable. The last noticeable difference is probably the biggest in my opinion. It's that the headphone jack is gone. And the reasoning behind this is that Apple is coming out with wireless Apple EarPods in October, I believe. And no, unfortunately, you do not get them with the new iPhone 7 because they have not come out yet. You do, however, get your regular Apple EarPods, but instead of the plug that goes into the headphone jack, they now come with a lightning connector that plugs into the same port as your charger. And because the headphone jack is now gone, there's now another row of speakers. So on the right side where the headphone jack was, there's now another row of speakers. So you now get two rows of speakers instead of just one on the left side. And I noticed a huge difference as far as sound. I was listening to music yesterday on my new phone, and I noticed that it was so much louder, and I went to look and I was like, oh, well, there's double the speakers. So the sound quality is absolutely amazing. So that is it as far as physical differences between the two phones. One of the greatest features on the new iPhone 7 is the camera. As you can see, it's a lot bigger, so the camera is a lot better. And this is just the regular iPhone 7, not the iPhone 7 Plus, so I don't have the double camera or anything, which has even more features, but the camera quality is amazing side by side. Another thing I noticed right away when I was setting up my iPhone 7 is that the button, the home button, is not so much of a button anymore. So whereas this one where you press it down and it comes back up, this one it kind of just buzzes when you press it, and you actually get to choose between 3 different buzzes when you're setting up your iPhone. So whichever response you like the best when you press the home button is what you can choose. Another new feature with the iPhone 7 is that it's supposed to be water resistant, which is super cool, and this doesn't mean you can go swimming with your iPhone or anything, but if it were to drop in the toilet for a few seconds or so, it's supposed to be okay when you go to get it back out. I would not want to test this theory out, but I think that's so cool that Apple now has water resistant iPhones. And lastly, the iPhone 7 is faster and has a longer battery life. Although you can hardly tell the two iPhones apart, this one does have a lot of new features, and they are pretty subtle, but I think they do some great things for the iPhone, and I'm really excited to continue using it. Now that I have compared the two iPhones, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what is on my iPhone 7 and just a more close-up, in-depth look at the phone. So let's go ahead and see what is on my iPhone 7. So my lock screen is just a picture of the waves because I love the ocean and I think it's so relaxing. And then to unlock my phone, I just press my finger on the home button. My home screen is one of the default backgrounds that comes with the iPhone. It's just blue and it's really simple, so I love it. And I actually just have one page of apps just because I like having everything right in front of me and knowing where everything is. And then if you swipe to the left, you can actually see the date and any upcoming events you have or reminders, top stories, everything like that, which I think is super convenient and a really cool feature of iOS 10. iOS 10, by the way, is available for all Apple products. You just have to update your software, but iOS 10 comes with all iPhone 7s. At the top left, I have the calendar app because I love seeing the date right when I open my phone, so I'm aware of the date. And then I have the music app right next to that because that's probably one of my most used apps. I have the reminders apps because I also use that one a lot because I always forget things. I have weather, and then I have my phone folder, so I just keep contacts, phone, and FaceTime in there. And then I have my favorite folder, the social media folder. So first I have Instagram, and if you would like to follow me on Instagram, it's at Emma Monden. And then I also have my Twitter, which is also at Emma Monden. And then I have my Snapchat, which is Blissful Dreams, if you guys would like to add me. I post on there a lot and you guys can see what I'm up to. And then I have the YouTube app, the Mail app, the Facebook app. I have a Facebook page, but I just made it so that I could connect my Instagram to it, so I don't really use that. I have the Gmail app, the Yahoo app, Facebook Messenger, Pinterest, and Boomerang. And then I have my photography folder, so I just keep the camera app, the photos app, and then all the apps that I use to edit my pictures. So the only thing that I use Facetune for is to whiten the backgrounds of my pictures. So for example, I'll take this picture, and I'll go to the whiten button, and then I'll just whiten the background, and I think it makes it look so much cleaner. That's what I use Facetune for. You can see the difference before and after. And then my favorite app is Vscocam. I use this to edit all of my Instagram pictures. For example, I will take this picture that I took of my pumpkin spice latte, And I usually use the filter C1. It just brightens it and gives it a lot of color. And then I will go to this icon right here and I can adjust the exposure. I can adjust the contrast of the photo. I also use saturation just to give it a little bit more color. And then if you ever want to tone down the color, you can go to temperature. You can make it warmer or colder. So that is what I use Vscocam for. I highly recommend it. Afterlight is just an app where you can put filters on your photos. I don't really use that one ever. I pretty much only use Vscocam. I have photo collage if I ever want to collage some photos, which I rarely do. Blur effect if I need to blur something out in any of my pictures, and then square ready, which I don't really use at all. It's to put borders on your pictures, but I haven't used that one in who knows how long. Then I have my school folder because I have a lot of apps that are just for school. So I have the calculator app, the grade pop app, which basically just updates me anytime there's a grade put in the grade book. I have the grades app so I can see all of my grades, Google Classroom, Google Drive, Google Docs, Google Slides, Pages, Quizlet, which is like a virtual flashcard app, which is so cool, so you don't always have to write your words. It's a really cool app and it's definitely really handy for school, and that is all in the school folder. And then in my opinion, the most boring folder is the utilities folder. This is where I just keep all of my utility apps and all of the iPhone apps that I never use. I have a password app, which is where I keep all of my passwords in one place, and it's fingerprint protected, which is so cool. I use that app so much and I love it so much. I have the Google Maps app, the Waze app, and these are both just for navigation. I have my Chase app, Find My iPhone, PayPal, the United app, so whenever I fly United, I can get updates on my flight, voice memos, wallet, news, iBooks, numbers, Keynote, iTunes U, GarageBand, Home, Health, Podcasts, Tips, and Mail. So basically all of those apps that I don't use that come with the iPhone. I have the App Store, iTunes Store, the Settings app, the Notes app, Find My Friends, which basically if you share your location with anyone in your contacts, they can see where you are at all times, and vice versa. The Characters app, which is kind of like emojis, but they're black and white, and it comes up with ads all the time, which are super annoying. Then I have the Imovie app if I ever film anything on my iPhone and I want to edit it. I have the Sleep Cycle app, which just allows you to track your sleep. I don't really use this one either, but it gives you a 30-minute window of waking up, and it'll wake you up when your sleep cycle is at its lightest. So that's a really cool app if you ever want to track your sleep. I have the Sworkit app, which is great because I don't go to the gym, but I still like to exercise. So I can choose whatever area I want to work on. I usually go with strength, and then I can choose a part of my body that I want to work on. So I'll usually do full body, and then you can set it for however many minutes you want, and then you just press start. So it narrates it for you, and it gives you a different exercise every 30 seconds, which is super cool, and I love this app so much. And then I have the YouNow app, which is just where I can broadcast myself to you guys live, and I usually just do that on my computer, but I also have the app in case I ever want to use that. And then I have the app Random, which if you guys saw my Guess That Drive-Thru Food Challenge, this is what I use. It's if you ever need a randomizer, it's really cool. All you do is press this button, and it'll pick one of the options that you set. So that's what I use for my Guess That Drive-Thru Food Challenge video. And then at the bottom here, I just have Messages, Safari, Alarm Clock, and the Starbucks app. These are my most used apps, which is why I keep them right at the bottom here. And yes, I do go to Starbucks every day. I'm not kidding you. I go either after school or before school. So I have that right on hand so I can just scan it. And that is everything that I keep on my iPhone 7. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and hopefully you learned some new things about the iPhone 7 today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!